Hello and welcome back to our annual GBWC coverage. This time starting with Hong Kong, there are tons of entries to go through, so let's get cracking. Now before we begin, a very special thank you to Toys Reporter Hong Kong and also Mr. Danny Au for providing all the high resolution pictures for us to provide this compilation video for you. It would not be possible without these two chaps, so a very big thank you and shout out to them. If you want to check out their Facebook page, I'll put a link down below. Now let's talk about this competition. This time around in Hong Kong, there are way too many entries, especially in the junior category. Obviously, I will not be able to cover all of them, but I will just talk about the specific highlights and also who we think are our special picks for this particular competition. Obviously, after a too long hiatus, with the pandemic and all, there really is a lot of great input from the modelers from Hong Kong, and as usual, I'm actually quite happy to see a lot of mono eye entries from Hong Kong. There's always a lot of mono eye entries, just like Philippines as well. There aren't a lot of granddaddies, and there aren't also any new Gundam series in this particular competition, but there are a lot of Bawatos as fan favorites, and that is what I like to see. A big disappointment that I don't get to see any open hatch, and as I mentioned in the last couple of years, it does seem like nobody is putting in any effort into open hatch entries, because obviously not a lot of entries that is featuring open hatch gets any placement at all lately. So I guess everybody's putting their focus elsewhere into making a great idea come true, and also focusing on the detailing and also painting overall. Now this particular video compilation is not complete. I do believe that I'm missing out on a few entries, but unfortunately I'm not able to get all the pictures in this particular video. So if your entry is not featured here, my big apologies, because I'm all the way here in Malaysia and this competition is based in Hong Kong. But next time, if GBWC happens in Malaysia, you will get a full 100% coverage. And of course, before we get into the top 3 favorites, just a little bit of apologies to all the fans out there. I have been really busy with my work together with Big Pete as well, so this video is a little bit delayed. There's a lot of work that I need to do in order to fund this particular hobby of mine on YouTube. Now, why is this video so late? Well, obviously this video, it took us a long time to color correct every single entry. As you know, in typical GBWC fashion, most of the time they put those bright warm lights, which kind of muddles the color of the original entry. So every single entry, I tried my very best to color correct the lighting and also the color and also the tonality, whether it's warm or cool, in every particular entry as well. So yeah, so please bear with me if the pictures don't look as sharp as it is supposed to, because I think Toys Reporter Hong Kong has tried its very best to take the pictures as best as it can given the difficult lighting condition. So out of all the entries here that you've seen, well, let me know which one is your favorite. I would also love to hear which is your particular favorite entry as well. But it does seem like there are very strong competition coming in from Hong Kong as usual, with big diorama inspirational ideas that I'm going to share with you later. So let's get cracking into my top favorites of who is going to be placing and who I think is going to be the champion for GBWC 2022 Hong Kong. One of my favorite finalists to place is this very cool looking Master Grade Gundam Dynamis in the exploding armor effect, together with one of the best looking Trans M color on a mobile suit so far. I really dig this Master Grade Gundam Dynamis Trans M color because it doesn't look too heavy and it looks really nice, especially with the butterfly wing effect from the Turn A series. I'm not sure where they actually got the Turn A butterfly effect from, but it looks really nice placed together with that kit. The other finalist that I think will probably place in the GBWC Hong Kong 2022 is the high grade Nightingale, coming in a very nice red, all glossy high finish, together with a ninja warrior or female samurai, I don't know what you want to call it, floating out from the cockpit. It looks really cool, especially with the base, with all the dirt blasting off due to the effect from the high grade Nightingale blasting off or landing together on the ground. Looks very, very nice indeed. And the next entry is probably going to be placing in either top 2 or top 3. It is from our friend Mr. Sing Chui from Hong Kong. His entire diorama of the blasting of the water effect on the mobile suit on top of the mobile carrier looks absolutely splendid. I really love the diorama and also the anime-like color finish overall. It looks like the entire thing pops out from a manga, which looks really, really cool. The weathering, the colors, even the resin play is really cool as well. But my favorite to actually win the GBWC Hong Kong 2022 is from Mr. Manson, the ex-GBWC Hong Kong champion. This overall diorama design, whatever you want to call it, looks really cool, very splendid, tons of details, a lot of things to see, front, back, even on the side as well. The coloring is superb, nice detailing, very nice weathering as well. This is by far one of my favorite to actually win GBWC Hong Kong 2022. So yeah, will Bandai pick this kit again? Because usually they try not to pick the champion twice in a row, but given that the last 2 years has been a long gap between this and the previous GBWC, I do think that this has a very high chance of actually placing as champion for 2022 to represent Hong Kong in Japan this year. This entire build looks really complex, so if Mr. Manson does win this particular entry for Hong Kong, it's probably going to be a nightmare to transport this to Japan as well. So he probably is going to spending a lot of time to actually set this whole thing up again for the competition. Other notable entries is this 3 particular mobile suit. I can't remember the name, but it does look really cool, very nice detail, a lot of very clean painting as well, and also a lot of additional added parts. There's some kit bashing going on over here, I'm very, very sure, but I can't really tell because it's going to take me a long time to actually go through every single entry. So there you have it, folks. These are all the top entries that we think is going to be placing for GBWC Hong Kong 2022. Obviously, there are some entries that I'm not able to show here because it was quite a challenge to get the high resolution photo for Hong Kong this year. So again, a very big thank you to Toys R Us Hong Kong and also Mr. Danny for providing all the high resolution pictures for us to provide this particular coverage for all of you. Is there any particular kit that really stood out for you? Well, do let us know. But other than that, I do think that this year, wow, there is so many junior entries, which is a good sign that a lot more young kids are going into this hobby in Hong Kong. But maybe sometimes for us older Gunpla builders, it's nice to see, I suppose, a new upcoming talent which we can spot right now. So there you have it, folks. This is our coverage of GBWC Hong Kong 2022. Again, my big apologies for not covering a lot more events and also new releases so far, but do stay on. We'll have more coverage coming up very, very soon. In the meantime, if you want to say hi, drop a line in the comment section, and if you're new to our channel, you know what to do. Till then, stay safe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.